Hello folks and welcome along to the channel here, and we are here with RIZE Racing League for Season 2, and we're going to be here for the first round of the season at Bahrain, where we're going to be having 29 laps of racing. There's going to be no qualifying around this 3.363 mile long track, or if you prefer that in kilometres, 5.412 in kilometres. DRS, we've got 3 DRS zones with 15 corners. Tyres we're going to be using here tonight are the C3 soft, C2 mediums and the C1 hard compound tyre. And now we're getting ready to get underway now as we get the lights on, and we've got 5 red lights and we are away for the start of this Grand Prix. Looking on right now, just getting every data up there. Trucker managing to get a good start there and ends right alongside him, but then Sheepers coming up the outside on that Mercedes going into turn 2. But it looks like Ent manages to get out and get into second place. We've got a 10-second penalty for Owen with a severe collision. I did miss who that was with, but looking on further back there, looking like a bit of chaos there with so many drivers trying to get past. We've got the Tacey there going side by side with Malik Khan and managing to get past now, managing to get past Evan there as we're going into turn 5 now. And TC overtaking Fun Destroyers there. Now he's got the Verpe in that Aston Martin just ahead, who is looking on at Loopers. Is he going to go to the inside, going into turn 11? Nope. But now he does it later as they're going through the corner. What a move there from Verpe, taking advantage there of Loopers having that small error there. Deacon also getting up past Malikan, moving up into 11th position. Verpe now looking on at Pierre and gets past nice and easy up into 5th place now. Ends and Trucker swapping places here for that first position. Who is going to end up walking out with the lead come the exit of turn number 3. Looking on right now, Sheepers diving up the inside on Ends there, and now moves up into second place. Not managing to get a good launch though, so won't manage to be able to get that first place just yet, especially with that battery that they have left in the tank. Not a lot. Elpar's going up the inside of Ends. Ends just dropping down the pack now, coming from second and now down into 4th after being overtaken by the Ferrari and the McLaren there. And Ends is lagging. Wait a minute, that is a bit unusual there. So a bit of a connection issue it seems. Got Benji Bucket right on the back of... Wait a minute. Is there... I thought there was a safety car, a yellow flag there. Someone spun there, but it appears that they didn't. Looking on right now at the back of Benji Bucket here for 11th place. He's got into the DRS and the slipstream of Fun Destroyers just ahead. Going up in turn 11, they go to the inside. And are they going to manage to maintain that advantage here? Nope, it doesn't look like it. They're going to have to settle back in for 12th place just for the time being. And hopefully they're going to be able to get the move done going into turn 1 in the next few moments. Old Trucker getting the fast lap, then it moves to Tacey in that Silver, who is now chasing down the car of Verpe ahead. And Ends lagging like crazy there and actually drops right down to 9th there with Elpars, and I think that may have been caused a little bit of contact there. We'll move further up as we see this battle for second place. 3rd place, sorry, heating up between Verpe and Tacey. They've both climbed up 12 and 10 positions a pair. Now Tacey moves up another position, but I think that may be having to give that position back after that overtake slightly a little aggressive possibly, but we'll see how Verpe is going to be able to answer back And got nothing to say just yet. Moving further down doesn't look like anything up to right now. We'll continue on right now with, oh, Sheepers getting past Trucker here. Trucker right off the track there. And now has been overtaken, and Trucker down into second. The Ferrari is up into the lead, but will be under threat here as they won't have the DRS. The Red Bull behind. You can just see the speed of that Red Bull gaining and gaining on that Ferrari. Going into turn one, you've got the inside line. They're going to manage to keep that position. They've got to get it finalised, and they managed to get that done. And now that causes Sheepers to end up losing the place, possibly, as the Silver is coming up on the outside of turn four. He's not going to be able to brake as late. But TC managing to get around the outside ever effectively, and now up into second place. Now all that's left is the pole position, and they make contact there. TC and Trucker making contact. Of course, TC on them soft compound tyres. I want to try and see if he's got any damage. It doesn't seem to be, so TC walking away with that Trucker. So the one who won't be walking away ends up going down after receiving a bump on the back from, I think that was the Ferrari of Sheepers. And now moves right down the order. Evan taking advantage of that Ferrari and moves up at turn 11. Now we've got a safety car after Bocco retired from the Grand Prix at turn number 8. So we've got a safety car now, and TC has got an absolute belter of a position now after using them soft tyres to their advantage and moving right up the pack. Now they're now they could jump in for a set of hard tyres if they do so require. And there we go, we're going to see everyone jumping in. Oh, except Trucker. Trucker's staying out. That is quite interesting. I would have expected to see Trucker jump into the pits, but looks like he's one of the only drivers who's going to be staying out. Of course, looking on at Dirty Taffy, Captain Jeff Pierre, and Dirty Taffy coming into the pits. 4-lap old mediums, soft, sorry. So that is understandable. Jeff, of course, they can have a good chance to jump up a couple of places, but it will be more effective to jump into the pits. What about Pierre in that RB? They're just coming around at turn 13 there. We'll see what they are going to do, if they're going to be jumping into the pits or not. Loopers, has managed to be just out of range of the safety car, so being able to overtake the safety car. So fortunate enough in that regard. Won't restart the race a lap down. As we know, that the lapping cars, unlapping yourself isn't the easiest thing to do. And I've actually just remembered I've got a little video on my YouTube channel regarding some safety car antics in a race that I was in before, where I'm doing whatever I can after being a lap down at Austria and trying to unlap myself during a safety car. It was very difficult, to say the least. And I can't even remember if I succeeded or not. Probably not, regarding this game. As it's not the best in that terms, but regardless, we still continue onward. So every single driver on fresh tyres except Trucker, Verpian, Fun Destroyers and Rise McGurk going on the soft compound tyres. That is an interesting call. Are they possibly going to be trying to do a soft medium, or what? That's interesting. Trucker now coming into the pits. Oh, and he's going to drop all the way down to roughly about 15th place. He's going to end up behind Benji. Whoa, Benji getting right out of shape there. That was a questionable one there. So we should be getting another lap of safety car as we're still waiting on the loopers and Pierre to catch up to the back of the pack. Captain Jeff is just catching up now. I want to take this moment to ask you guys, if you haven't subscribed already, it would be much appreciated if you do. Want to try to aim to possibly get as close to 100 subscribers as possible at the end of the year. It would be much appreciated if you do. But yeah, looking on right now, Tacey managing to do an excellent drive up to now. Biggest gainer, up 15 places from 16th on the grid. And now in first place, the Silver team doing really well right now. And we'll hopefully see more of that. So we'll have a quick look at the tyres. So top three on the medium compound tyres, and Verpe and Fun Destroyers behind in 4th and 5th on the softs. Hard tyres for Elpar, Sheepers in 7th on the mediums, and hards for Owen in 8th. Rice McGurk on softs, and we've got hards for Mali Khan, Evans and Dirty Taffy, both on the mediums, and we've got 3 hards with Benji, Trucker and Jeff, then Pierre and Loopers both on the mediums at the back of the grid. Now that the pack has all caught back up, as we're going into turn number 11, we should end up, or after turn 12, we should end up getting the message to say that the safety car is in at the end of this lap, and then we will be able to get it back underway, racing again at the start of lap number 8. So, question to those who are watching right now, any thoughts on the Formula 1 at the weekend? It'd be much appreciated to hear about your input. It wasn't the best. It was a good race, but at the same time, a bit controversial, I will say, to say the least. But the outcome of the winner, absolutely spectacular drive, I will say, from Ferrari. Doing that one-stop plan, and yeah, but right now, anybody with your thoughts, please fire them into the comment section down below. If you've not, if you're rewatching this stream later on, it would be interesting to hear your thoughts on everything. But right now, the safety car is coming in now, and we're going to be getting underway, racing once again at the end of lap 7. And it's going to be Tacey in that silver who's going to be leading us away. And now he is off. And looking at, I think that's Verpe and Enz. And Verpe managing to get a great launch there after Enz had to slow down. And now is losing place after place. And looking on at the lead, Tacey battling out with their teammate of Deancon. And this is the line rules right now. We did hear a little bit at the weekend about papaya rules, but looking on right now, this isn't happening after they make contact. And now Dean is down into 8th place at the moment. It could be going further down. That is not what you want to be happening between teammates. Looking on right now, it ends up being overtaken by RIZE McGurk there. But RIZE McGurk having that outside line, it's going to be difficult to fight back after Sheepers gets out of shape. That causes the Mercedes to slow down and lift off. And now RIZE McGurk manages to take advantage of that and moves past. Up into 5th place they go. Brilliantly done there. Looking on at the top 3 here, we've got Tacey, Verpe and Fun Destroyers all battling out for that lead. We'll go back down. Ends is just fallen down the pack here, and now down into 10th after at the start of this lap was in 3rd position and now somehow teleports up to 7th position. Are we in the Matrix? Is this Neo? Is he the chosen one? That is curious, but right now Verpe, being the chosen one, going into turn 1 after having that DRS, now is the leader of this Grand Prix. Dean now getting up past Elpars and RIZE, and now RIZE battling back with that McLaren as they're coming on the run down to turn 4. They're going to be side by side. RIZE on the inside. Is he going to manage to get this done? He's got that Mercedes on the other side of him there. And the Mercedes is lagging all over the place, unfortunately, so it's going to be really tough to figure out where that Silver Arrows is on the track. Is that arrow going to end up piercing your side pod or not? That's the question, considering they know how to teleport, but they don't know how to control it, unfortunately. That would be a real help if they did. Oh, and we've seen Evan there almost getting sideswiped there from Owen. That was a real close one. Looking on behind there, we've got Benji Bucket and Mali Khan battling out side by side as they're coming through turn 11. And Benji is going to have the outside line going around turn 12. And we can see just behind them Mali Khan and Dirty Taffy battling out there. Sit still side by side is Benji and Mali Khan. And looking on at this battle right now, ensuing, just seen further up the road, Elpars and Evan battling out, and it looks like Evans has managed to get up into 7th place with Benji moving up into 10th place. Is he going to manage to have the DRS? I think he will, off his teammate up ahead. Verpe and Tacey swapping places, going side by side, going into turn 1. Verpe is on the outside with Tacey on the inside, and that switches back and switches back again with Verpe going back on the outside. He's going to have that DRS on the run down into turn 4, taking that inside line, using a little bit of that battery, and now moves back up into the lead. But hold on a minute, the Silver is fighting back ruthlessly, but Verpe has got that covered and now finalises that move into turn 1. But that Silver is ever ferocious in trying to get past Verpe there and keeping that pressure on. Got a yellow flag in sector 1. That's Mali Khan and Dirty Taffy both around. Must have came into contact with each other at that stage. And it's a bit unfortunate when stuff like that happens, as it does end up sort of ruining your race quite effectively. Looking on at the back of this Williams of Benji Bucket is going to be trying to get past Owen as quick as they can, as they're definitely on the move and will be going for that position as soon as possible. We're going to move right back up to the front at the moment and watch this battle for first place between Tacey and the Aston Martin of Verpe, as now they're going side by side down the start finish straight with Tacey using that DRS. That 12 kilometre reduction in increase in speed that is worth, but only the car behind will get it, and it will aid in the DRS, in the straight line speed. And in the overtaking, as we see Tacey there managing to do, now moving up into first place yet again. Evan, they're going to go for a bomb down the inside, and up they are on Elpars. Benji is though. And now Benji up into 9th place now. Nicely done there from the Williams driver. Now he's going to want to be getting past his teammate now. And this could be the chance to do it, depending on how much of a good launch Owen gets. The 0.4 of a second out of the DRS window. And it doesn't look like he's going to be able to get that, but who will is Benji. We'll see if he's got what it takes, and he is going to be going for it or not. He's using up some of that battery, just sticking behind for the time being, making sure to keep Elpars in that McLaren behind. Trying to get that clean air as they're on their way into turn 12, taking that wider line around 12, as we know it is a very treacherous corner. Well, at least it was in the previous games. So much has kissed that inside curb and that chewed you up and spat you out right into the wall. As now we see RIZE getting overtaken by Ends, but now fighting back, and will have that DRS on the run down to turn 1. And we'll just see Ends getting swallowed up there by the pack. And now we're moving on. Benji now getting past his teammate. RIZE, McGurk and Evans swapping places, going side by side as they're going around turn 2. And now into turn 3, RIZE has got that advantage of the DRS going down into turn 4 and is now going to take that outside line. Is that going to be Bob's your uncle or not? Or is Evan going to manage to still fight back? And it looks like he does. And Evan in 5th now. Manages to get that 5th. Nice and easy. Verpe right on the back of Fun Destroyers in that RB. Doesn't look like they're going to be going for the move just yet. It's better to just sit behind and wait for now. Also looking on at these drivers, not many of them actually going for the position as of yet. Down into turn 11. TC now managing to get procure a gap of 1.8 seconds now to the car behind of Fun Destroyers. Fun Destroyers into the pits now. Will be fitting that hard compound tyre, going to try for that undercut. If the undercut is going to work, they've only spent about 5 racing laps on them tyres. Let's see if this is going to work out to their advantage. Sheeper's also into the pit. He's going to want to hope to get some clean air, as it looks like he is going to be able to do, as Elpars is quite a way back, unfortunately. Oh, and Pierre was off the track there. And at turn 3, was there contact or not? Has he got any damage? It doesn't look like it, so managed to get away with that, fortunately enough for them. And we're seeing this gaggle of cars here battling it out for 4th position here. No one going for the move just yet. Oh, Ends jumping into the pits now, getting that tyre change, making sure to get slowed down enough, as you don't want to be getting tense. Captain Jeff and Owen battling it out side by side there as they're going around the turn 1 to 3 chicane. And now Owen still managing to maintain that position right behind their teammate of Benji. Distance, the gap between them has opened up now, and Owen won't have that DRS advantage. So now could be at the mercy of the Haas just behind. Looking on at Benji right now though. Right on the tail of RIZE and Evan for that third place. We'll have a look at the tyre situation. So Benji's actually on them hard tyres, so at the advantage there. RIZE on the softs, and they will definitely be falling off right about now. So is Benji going to try and do a Leclerc and nurse those tyres to the end? It would be a good call if they did. With Captain Jeff trying their hardest to get to try and keep that position, but McLaren of Elpars managing to move up. Benji on the back of RIZE and Evan, and they both jump into the pits. Benji up into 3rd place. We've got a yellow flag. Who is that for? I can't see, unfortunately. It doesn't let me see. That didn't show up who it was for. And Elpars trying to get a bit much on the traction there, getting a little bit of a heavy right foot and that costs him a lot of time, and he ends up losing a couple of places there. So down into 7th, well, back down into 7th they go. Closest battle on track looks like it's between Owen and Captain Dave for 4th position. The Williams versus the Haas. Which one is going to be coming out as the victor? Is he going to be going for the move just yet? Doesn't look like it. Owen getting a bit of a slip of attraction on the exit. That's not going to be helping him, but still manages to maintain that advantage of 4th position. Right now ends on the back of the Haas of RIZE. See Trucker getting a 3-second time penalty, currently sitting in 6th position in that Red Bull, 4.3 seconds gap to Captain Jeff in that Haas for 5th place. We'll see if he's going to be able to keep that gap or bring it down. Looking on at Captain Jeff now, managing to get past Owen after Dean gets into the pits. So now up into 3rd place goes Captain Jeff, with the Williams of Owen pushing him along and trying to get them to go as quick as they can. I'm not going to get the DRS just out of DRS range from Benji just up ahead. So let's go further down and see if there's any advantages going to be happening in the closing moments of Sector 1. It's close enough, it's sitting 4/10 off, but he's not using that battery, so he's not going to be any overtakes just yet. Pierre just coming out of the pits onto them hard compound tyres. Who has pit up to now? It's the 4 at the back, El Pars, Pierre, Malicana, and I'm not sure if Dick Taffy has pit or not yet. He has done 2 stops, so yep, having to jump off then and go and get a fresh set on. We'll continue this battle with Captain Jeff and Benji Bucket, and I think Benji may actually be able to pull away, but Captain Jeff pulling that gap in. Looking on at the tyres, we've both got the same age of tyres almost. Benji on 11 laps now, going on 12 laps, and Captain Jeff on 13 laps now. But it doesn't look like he's got the straight line speed that he needs in order to properly get that advantage that they need. But you could soon see that change as the Haas is closer now and will have that DRS. Using a bit of that battery there, but maybe a bit much there. But we'll soon see as they're going side by side, going around turn 4. Captain Jeff has now got their nose in front and now manages to move up into 2nd place after getting a terrible camera angle. Thank you, EA. It means so much. Loopers now into the pits. And what tyres are they going to be fitting on? The hard compound tyre. Owen just managing to slip within that DRS range. Oh, is Benji going to be going for the move here? Getting a little bit of defending here from Jeff, who moves to the right hand side to try and cover off that inside line going into turn 1, but that ain't going to matter to Benji, who has got the move done before the braking zone. And absolutely brilliant there from Benji. Let's see, is he going to be able to catch up to Tacey? We're on lap 18 now. I'm expecting Tacey to jump into the pits in the next couple of laps to fit a set of soft tyres at the end. Evan and RIZE battling out, just Evan and Rise battling out there for that 9th position. Looking on from ends in that McLaren. We've seen this battle ensue, and it looks like we've got a yellow flag in Sector 2, and that was Trucker at turn 8. And unfortunately, they were looked like they were around, unfortunately. Captain Jeff still not managing to get close enough to go for that move just yet, or deciding not to use up that battery just yet. All those who are tuning in right now, or have tuned in, glad to have you all along, and thank you for joining. Much appreciated. Looking on at Captain Jeff now, chasing down Benji. Is Benji going to manage to keep this 2nd place for now? TC jumping into the pits just as I suspected within the next couple of laps, and is now going to be fitting them soft compound tyres. No, medium compound tyres. Oh, that's interesting. Looking on at Captain Jeff, can they take the lead of this Grand Prix and steal off Benji after they've had it just for 3 corners here? It doesn't look like it. Captain Jeff going to have to stay at the back of the leader just for now. Verpe unfortunately not managing to get close enough to go for that move just yet, but who is going to be close enough is Rise McGurk. Going into turn 4, is he going to take that inside line? Nope, not managing to get close enough just yet. You do need to be about 2 tenths on the exit, on 2 to 3 tenths on the exit of turn 3, so it's not exactly the best overtaking opportunity. Ends trying to work their magic and try and get any sort of way they can to move up and try and make the driver in front make a mistake, as Rise will be focusing on Alpine ahead and the other driver behind of Ends. You've seen Trucker there being overtaken by Deancon and moving down into 6th position. Verpe now is going to be the driver, the next driver who's going to be attacking Trucker, if that does happen, of course. Trucker being on them older hard compound tyres, still has to make a good pit stop, possibly. Benji into the pits, 15 lap old hard tyres coming off that car now. Captain Jeff and Owen, all drivers who haven't stopped since the safety car. And it is getting tough to see with drivers being in the pit lane and such, but managing to make the most out of it. TC going, nope, TC not going. And they're going to be going for a move anytime soon. TC getting a 3-second time penalty, and this could be what Captain Jeff needs. He needs to hold off TC as much as possible and just bring the battle to the silver, and they could win this race. That is the question. Is the captain going to be able to pull it off? Now going into turn 10 now, DRS is going to be activated here for a good few drivers with Ends getting it. Same with Rise. Did Evan get it? Nope, Evan just that little bit too far behind. And we're going to be approaching the end of lap 20 in just one more corner. There we go. In just a couple of seconds we're going to be moving on to lap 21, where we're going to have 9 more laps of racing. Who is going to be coming out the victor? Looking on right now, Tacey has got the advantage after being on them fresh medium tyres. Owen now jumping into the pits, getting off them hard tyres, putting on a set of softs, staying out just that extra lap or two compared to Tacey. Let's see if Tacey's going to be going for a move just yet. No, staying behind. Is Evan going to be able to get close enough to the back of that RB enough to be able to go for the move? DRS is going to be wide open. They're in that slipstream, not using that battery though. They could have went for it Ends, and they're going to be going for it up the outside on that Haas, or they're just trying to get a better line. Captain Jeff being overtaken by Tacey as they come around on the exit of turn number 8. Fun Destroyers going off the track there at turn 11. Uses the momentum though that they do end up getting to get back past Evans, and after Evans went up and tried that move on the inside going into turn 11, but then again Fun Destroyers had to destroy their fun there. Casey now opened up a 2.1 second gap to Captain Jeff, and it does look like Captain Jeff is going to be the one to finish in second at the very least right now, as Fun Destroyers is the one under threat from Evans in that Alpine, and now they're coming through turn 2. One on the inside was Fun Destroyers, but now, oh no, it's not going to switch back after Fun Destroyers did get the DRS. Oh, that was interesting. Did not expect that. Elpar's into the pits now. Sheepers and Owen battle now side by side there as we're coming around turn number 6 there. Turn 5, sorry. Seeing this battle here for 5th place, these 4 drivers all sticking right close to one another. Of course, we've got Benji, Enz, RIZE, Evans and Fun Destroyers. That's 5, sorry, my mistake. I need to go back to school now, not counting, I suppose. Lupar's been overtaken there by Elpar's. That's going to get very, very confusing. Of course, not as confusing as having in a league that I do on the Wednesdays. Oh, talk about that later. Evans getting past Fun Destroyers for that 5th place. And is Benji going to be having a go up the outside of RIZE McGurk, which is going to turn into the inside, and now moves up into 7th position. DRS is going to be wide open on the run down into turn 4. And both cars go wide. The RB and the Alpine both go wide. And oh! Fun Destroyers almost destroys Benji's fun there. He's got a better line. He's able to take a better line compared to these two, but he's been blocked off. And now, can he slip it up the inside? Nope, but he gives the Alpine a little bit of a boost in order to get past. Fortunately enough, not breaking his wing. So, all good on that part. Now, as they're coming out of turn 10, who is going to be coming out in the lead of this little battle? Had to specify in this battle. Tacey is the one in the complete lead right now. Looking on right now at Benji, taking it around the outside at turn 12, gets a little tap off the track, and that would have most likely cost him a warning. Now he's got Evan in the Alpine just ahead in 6th place. Trucker getting a 3-second time penalty. Looking on right now, Fun Destroyer's looking like he was getting quite close there to the back of that Williams of Benji. Oh, and Trucker's retired from the Grand Prix. That's sad to see, but Fun Destroyer's looking on at this battle for 5th place between Benji and Evan, but not anymore as he's looking into the barrier almost. And now he's going to have to try and get back underway racing again after losing 3 places. Now down into 10th. Benji now got that clean air. Is he going to manage to hold off and create that gap now that he's got the clean air? That was the question. Dean Conn sitting at 3/10 of a second off of the Haas, just ahead. Who is going to be coming out as the victor here? Is it going to be Dean or is it going to be Jeff? DRS wide open for Dean. as they're on their way down to turn 1. And he manages to get that done nice and easy there. Evan and Benji battling out yet again. Both not wanting to let that 5th place go from them. Benji is on the better tyres at this moment. As the hard tyres won't be doing the best, but it's just DRS is managing to keep Evans in it at the moment. RIZE McGurk on the tail end of ends here for that 7th position. Let's see, is Benji going to be able to get the move this time round? He's gaining and he's gaining, but he's not going to go for it just yet. Looking on at TC right now as we're just about to go on to lap 26 now. Oh, Owen getting right on the back of RIZE McGurk there. Maybe a bit too close for comfort for RIZE there. Benji, they're going to be able to get that done. Doesn't look like it just yet. But one who will get it done is their teammate of Owen. Oh, maybe the Wolves. They're managing to fling a launch down the inside. Are they going to be able to have DRS? I'm unsure on that one. I think they may. No, so it was actually Evan who managed to get that, to get the DRS there, so nicely done from Evan, but that didn't necessarily help them much, as they didn't plan on going for a move just yet. And now looking quite feisty here. So now we're about to move on to lap 27 now, out of 29. We're only going to have 3 more occasions at turn 1. We'll see who is going to be coming out as the driver on top. We'll soon find out. Stay tuned, folks. You wouldn't want to miss a thing. Looking on at the back of Benji right now. Is he going to be under threat here? It looks like the Alpine is going for it. Going to take that inside the line. Going down into turn 1. Who's going to be later on the brakes? Is it going to be the Alpine? Is it going to be the Williams? It's not really going to matter, as the Alpine is already half a car length ahead. Going into turn 1. So the Williams duo sticking together quite well. The ones who look like they're going to be coming out with top points at the moment is Tacey and Deancons, after getting first and second right now. We've only got a couple of laps left to go in this Grand Prix, and we'll soon see if the Silver outfit have got what it takes to come in first and second. Let's see this battle now. RIZE McGurk unfortunately fell back quite a bit now. We've only got 2 laps remaining as these drivers battle now for 5th place. Move on to the penultimate lap of the Grand Prix. Tacey is looking like the driver who's going to be on top. But right now, it looks like Benji's going for that move on Evan, going into turn 1. And now manages to make the move stick as the Williams of Owen going to be having a look. They are trying for it. They're going to have that advantage of having the DRS compared to the Alpine, who just missed out on the DRS activation point. And they're side by side on the corner exit, and it looks like Owens is going to have to yield that position to Evan in that for 6th. But goes up the inside, going into turn 8 there. Spectacular move there from the Williams driver. Now Benji has got the buffer he needs. Now all he's got to do is try and pull away. And can't he catch up? Highly doubt it. It ain't really going to happen. Now we're about to arrive on the final lap of this Grand Prix with the Sauber duo in the lead. Only 2 drivers who were on a lap, just as I said that. Looking on right now at Owens, under attack from Evans after being a vicious fighter here in these last few stages of this Grand Prix. Benji Bucket though is going to manage to create a gap that they need, not just yet. They could still be under threat from the Alpine in a few moments. Look down at the map at the right hand side, we can see the green little dot next to the orange dot of the McLaren, and that is the car of Tacey. So quite a distance between them. We could be seeing drivers going for moves here as they're coming out of as they're going through the DRS zone. Who's going to be all out here? That is the question. Looking on right now at Owen, not managing to catch up as much. And then we're going to see Tacey coming across the line to win the Bahrain Grand Prix. Dean comes home in 2nd, maximum points there from the Sauber outfit. The only thing they did miss out on is the fastest lap. Captain Jeff comes across the line to round out the podium. Then we've got Verpe in 4th, 5th for Benji Bucket, and it's going to be a 3-way drag race to the line. And oh my god, that was close between them 3 there. And Enns unfortunately did have a 3-second time penalty, so did end up dropping down, and it went Evan, Owens and then Enns, so didn't affect Enns in the slightest there. And I just missed that front destroyers and RIZE McGurk coming across the line real close to each other. And now we're just waiting on the final few drivers coming across the line. 12th place Pierre, unfortunately not been their race down a couple of places. Benji Bucket and Evans both up 12 positions. Dean in the Sauber up 13 and Tacey up 15 to take the win. Elpers now coming across the line to come home in 13th, and we've got Mali Khan in 14th and Dirty Taffy in 15th. Great racing out there tonight there, folks. Now we'll see the podium, the 2 Sauber drivers of TC and Dean there getting up the top there in 1st and 2nd, and in 3rd there is Captain Jeff in the Haas. So nicely done from the trio there, all moving up places, top 7 all moving up places. So nicely done from them. TC unfortunately having that 3-second time penalty, so that did reduce their gap at the end to 9 seconds from 12.2. to their teammate of Dean. Didn't really matter in the end of things. Captain Jeff getting third, then we got Verpe in fourth, Benji Bucket in fifth, sixth for Evans, and then we got Owen in seventh, eighth for Ends, ninth for Rise McGurk Fun Destroyers, 10th, Sheepers in 11th, Pierre in 12th, 13th for Elpars, Malikan 14th, 15th for Dirty Taffy, and Loopers did finish it a lap down, did end up stealing that fastest lap away, and manages to get 16th. Trucker and Buckle, unfortunately, were the other drivers who did not finish this Grand Prix, and unfortunately won't be scoring any points either. So now that is the end of round one. Next week, on same time next week, we're going to be at Jeddah, and we're going to be having a short qualifying session for that. So it's going to be a nice one to see. So Jeddah, next track up, and that's going to be next week at 8 o'clock UK time. I'm also going to be live again on Thursday for IRC Esports, and yeah, that is going to be a good one. So I can't remember what track it is. I do always forget, but yeah, 8 o'clock Thursday. Tune back into the channel, and if you haven't already, please hit that like button if you like the content, and subscribe to the channel. It would be much appreciated and really helps the channel out. So until next time, from me, it is peace out.